Okay, guys, here we are with this came out yesterday, by the way. I was thinking if I should have done or not a video on it. I decided to do it. So we got the progress update of the 60-day timeline. Let's read together, and I'm probably gonna cover aside this. I'm probably gonna cover also some of the things that let's see, some of the things that Johan. Yeah, I got the messages here on the right that Johan talked about last time. But later this, okay? I should go down. So his messages were from 30th of August. So let's go at the beginning of those real quick. 30, okay. Okay, so it's been a couple of weeks since we committed to our 60-day plan, and our team has been hard at work refining the gameplay experience, addressing your concerns by doing in-depth reviews and adjustments of various systems, from weapon balancing and enemy behavior to the overall game mechanics. We are fully committed to ensuring Helldivers 2 meets the high standards we all expect. We see the Steam reviews and we hear you loud and clear. Let's fucking hope so. We are excited to share more details about our upcoming updates, which will include significant changes aimed at refining and improving our user experience in Helldivers 2. This includes, let's see what it includes. The armor penetration, anti-tank weapons, and enemy armor and health values. As a key part of the rework, we have done an initial balancing pass on over 30 weapons and stratagems. Okay, so I don't know what this means, but the anti-tank weapons rework, I'm sure it's the one Johan was talking about, where I think he said this on the Reddit, where one shot to the body of a charger would kill it instantly with a rocket launcher, like the recoilless rifle. The thing I'm worried about is that, like, I was actually fine with how you had to take out chargers. I mean, if it takes some skill, it's fine. All they had to do was just, lower the health of charger legs. But apparently now they are just lowering the armor value so that AP4 weapons can damage it. Like, holy shit, the laser cannon will be even better. But I'm a bit worried about this because I don't want to stomp my enemies. Like, sure, I want the buffs, but I don't want it to be too easy, if you know what I mean. Even though we will have to see, because on difficulty 10, there can be a lot of shit going around. Okay, and health values. Also, I don't know what is about armor penetration. I really don't. Also, I have heard that I don't know if it was Johan. Oh yes, it says it here. Okay, hold up. Let's go slowly for now. As a key part of the rework, we have done an initial balancing pass on over 30 weapons and stratagems. So is this like, it's more than 30 weapons and stratagems. I think we don't have a lot of primaries and secondaries, like, but some of the primaries are already balanced. Like, let's say the Scorcher. It's a balanced weapon. It's fine, not busted. It's not bad. It works. The Diligence CS is currently balanced, but I wouldn't mind a bit more damage, honestly. But that's just me. Just a couple examples. We are overhauling a number of different enemies to make them feel more rewarding to kill when you use the proper tools to handle them, but ensure they still feel formidable. Okay, so this makes sense. A one-shot kill to the head, honestly, was actually pretty satisfying on the standard charger when they made that change. I didn't mind that, but I just hope that, like, shooting it in the, for example, in, I don't know, on the back kills it. I would hope that is still not a weak spot, because I would rather just shoot him in the ass or the face or even the leg with the rocket launcher. I'd be happy with that. Also, they talked about the AMR. Johan talked about the AMR and the autocannon, and honestly, the autocannon was okay. Like, it was the best way. It is the best weapon in the game, the best stratagem in the game. That's strongly my opinion, but it is very strong because it can do everything, and the only quote-unquote drawback is the backpack, and I'm so glad they didn't touch it. But you know what I'm scared about? That, like Johan said, if I'm not mistaken, that yes, the autocannon will be able to damage chargers. So, and here they say that the chargers will have AV4. So I'm just hoping that they will not like find an excuse and say, "Oh guys, yeah, now chargers are AV4 and you can kill them rather quickly with the autocannon, but to compensate for this nerf to the chargers, we reduce the durable damage of the autocannon." Like it's something I feel they would do, but I strongly hope they won't. Okay. Anyway, let's go on. Okay, enemy bots, including Hulks, will have lower armor. I strongly hope this means that my spear will one-shot Hulks. One-shot Hulks on any body part. Like the problem with Hulks is not really the armor, but their HP. Like Pigfill A said in one of his videos, Hulk has like roughly 100 to 150 more health than the total damage a spear missile does. Okay, so and then let's go on. And the number of rockets fired by enemies like Devastator and gunships will be limited. This is a good improvement. Like Johan said that rocket devastators will like their rocket pods will have much less health, which is nice. This was something I had suggested to them. I hope they took it from me, but if they didn't, it doesn't matter. I'm glad. Like if after this, they just need to make the rocket barrage tanks easy to destroy by a chain reaction caused by blowing up the ammunition. That makes sense. Anyway, what I'm worried about this is that they didn't mention heavy devastators anywhere. Like sure, rocket devastators were annoying, but they were mostly okay after they fixed the 400% explosion damage against Helldivers and exosuits. So yeah, they were annoying because of the ragdoll. That's okay. About the ragdoll, Johan also said that the rocket's hitbox was reduced to 0.1 meter, and it was half a meter. Like holy shit, dude! Half a meter for a rocket that small, and that's fine. But the heavy devastators, which have insane damage, insane auto-aim, and that motherfucking shield that really often, they protect themselves, their own face with it. I don't know, they can move their shield arm sometimes. They can move it just enough to make their face barely visible. And you either just cheese them with something explosive like the Plasma Punisher or the autocannon. Again, the autocannon being like the jack of all trades. Or you're fucked. Like, yes, sure, you can shoot their minigun arm off, but sometimes it can be very inconsistent because, like, sometimes you do damage to it, sometimes you don't, and yeah, and bro just doesn't give a shit. Also, especially because they didn't fix the fact that they can shoot through themselves yet. They think they fixed it. They don't. You can see my Helldivers 2 balance is a joke video. You can see that I have proof of that. Their minigun arm can still contort up their ass and shoot from their ass. Like, that's just stupid, bro. That gotta go. And of course, they can still shoot through rocks. They don't talk about this here, but I hope they are aware of this. They should be, right? And yes, that's my biggest concern right now about automatons is, yes, sometimes the gunships, like when there's too many of them, that's really cancer, but nothing that a teammate can't solve while you bait the gunships. Sure, the rocket devastators. Now, guys, Johan, Arrowhead, please, the heavy devastators, they gotta get nerfed, please. Okay, sorry for this small rant about heavy devastators. Let's move on. The armor values of particularly tough bugged enemies like Charger, Impaler, and Bile Titan will also be reduced. I mean, I agree for the Impaler. Actually, it's very filled with armor all around. It would be nice to remove the armor of one of its legs with a rocket. Would be nice. But I feel that like the Bile Titan was fine. Like sure, Johan said that small arms will be able to damage the underside, which sure it's fine. Like In my Bile Titan video, I've shown you this very small weak spot you can shoot at with any weapon, and it takes a lot of damage to kill the Bile Titan that way, because I guess it has a lot of health, and you need like. But if you shoot like if you shoot an autocannon there, it's gonna melt. Like it's gonna go, bro's gonna go. And yeah, I guess it's fine. Like especially if they don't reduce the amount of enemies spawning. Like sure, I'm fine with having 4 Bile Titans coming at me. No worries. A couple of 500 kgs, a couple of rockets, and they're good. But yesterday, actually a couple days ago, I fired 3 spear missiles to a Bile Titan, hit all of them in the head, and bro just shrugged them off like it was nothing. The 4th missile thankfully killed it. But when you actually damage the Bile Titan, you can see pieces of, I don't know, armor flying off from wherever you hit. That means you damaged it, and well, those 3 missiles didn't do anything. That was very frustrating, but yeah, it was the end of a mission. Anyway, let's move on. Oh yes, I like that they mentioned the heavy machine gun here. That gun is kind of trash. It needs a couple more buffs in terms of stats, I'd say, but we will have to see actually. Maybe this will be more viable, though. If the autocannon exists, the heavy machine gun is just a meme at this point. Weapons such as the autocannon machine gun anti-material rifle will be more effective, yes, okay, providing greater loadout versatility. I mean, sure, like I didn't mind the AMR, but guys, please also fix certain things, like buff some stratagems that are like underused, like the jump pack. That needs some more love, something like that. Like the shield generator pack could use some extra change. Well, this is no place for balance. Everything is my balance video. Anyway, we are also working towards additional improvements for the flamethrower weapons. Okay, that's fine. Let's hope they cook something good. We're taking this opportunity to consider new player fantasies and design goals for these weapons and stratagem based on the feedback we've received and the trends we're observing during gameplay. Well, if fantasies is a big word, because you guys have been nerfing shit left and right with the excuse of realism, when in reality you made the gun even more unrealistic than it was. Like the flamethrower, for example, the change you did for absolutely no reason made it trash. Like it's not terrible, but like Odo suggested, fire needs to have some extra debuff on enemies. Like if you slow them down, especially against bugs, because fire weapons can only be used against bugs. Okay. And every time you pop ahead of a bug, that thing just rushes forward. It knows your position. It gets a massive speed boost, and it goes into fucking berserk mode. And you get and the flamethrower just slows your movement so much. You're gonna get headshotted like a couple of times. And if you don't have vitality booster, you're dead, because a warrior slashing 2 times, hitting your head, you're dead. Especially with light armor. And as I said in my other video, balance video, heavy armor and medium armor are just not worth picking. Maybe medium armor, but heavy armor, no. You are too penalized for how slow you move. All the armors need an improvement. I wanted to ask this to Johan, but he is barely in the chats, and I wasn't in the Discord when he on the 30th of August. So that's my bad there. But I wanted to ask him specifically about heavy devastators and about our armors. Like, sure, we need balance on guns and enemies, but our armors. One thing a lot of players have been complaining about is one-shots and the ragdolls. Sure, you can reduce ragdoll by removing it from rockets. In fact, I would just straight out remove ragdoll AoE from rockets. Only a rocket direct hit, a small rocket direct hit, will ragdoll you. And as for bigger rockets, I would reduce by 75% their AoE radius. That is just too much, especially on those piece of shit ass scout striders that keep they should have only 4 rockets and they keep shooting them indefinitely. Like, okay, we solved the one problem with the Rock Devastators, but now there is still another problem with this piece of shit Scout Striders that are still fucking in the game. Like, I'm not saying remove them, I'm saying fix them. Sorry for the rant, guys, again. Anyway. Our next update containing all these changes and more details is scheduled to go live on September 17th, so in 11 days. Okay, we'll have to see. We value your feedback, oh, I would hope so, and we are always looking for ways to improve our community engagement. You haven't so far. Stay tuned for more updates in the coming weeks as we work together to make Helldivers 2 the best it can be. We'll be back on the 17th of September with more details. I mean, if that's the date you guys want to do this, the update, what is the details for? Like, yeah, sure, the patch note, okay. And here we have a fuck you, whatever that is. Sorry, I know that's that can be confused with fuck off, fuck you. Anyway, question. But what does a balancing pass entail, and how are you conducting it? Our design team, led by our CCO Johan Pilsted, analyzes player feedback, internal and external playtests, gameplay data, and original design goals for each weapon and stratagem. This process allows us to identify discrepancies such as weapons that are underperforming or overperforming, and make well. Look, there is like close to no weapon that is overperforming. Like, if you look at your famous sheet, you're gonna see that the autocannon is used everywhere because the autocannon is the only thing, is one of the few things viable that is left to use. Okay, like, and I bet my ass like that if the autocannon wasn't Johan's favorite weapon, it would have gotten nerfed so much time ago. Even though they themselves said that the autocannon is the peak of balance. This is the most balanced weapon in the fucking game. Fine, let's please make everything like the autocannon, please. We want something like that. Thank you. And make precise adjustments. The goal is to ensure that each weapon and stratagem feels powerful, responsive, and fun to use. Like, sure, it can feel powerful, but a weapon can also feel fun to use, even if it's not like extremely effective at everything. For example, I have so much fun with the Liberator Penetrator, and every time I say, dude, if this gun had only 10 more damage, it would be so much better. Like, you have no idea how much 10 more DPS can do on a weapon, on a full auto weapon like the Liberator Penetrator. Like, come on. While also fitting into the broader gameplay ecosystem. Okay. Another question. What about the beta testing you mentioned previously? We have conducted closed beta tests for the last 2 weekends. Okay, the next update will tell us how competent their testers are. Whoever they are, like, working for the team, or are like YouTubers, or whoever got invited. I don't know who they invite, but like, what I know is that surely some people in the team are biased, especially one of the community managers. They are biased in who they hire, and I'm not gonna say any names, of course, but I despise them for this. I despise everyone who is biased. Like, I'm sorry, but that's how it is. Anyway, we're starting small to ensure everything runs smoothly before expanding. They have been a test bed for the program, and we intend to expand it in the future and invite a wider variety of testers to playtest our upcoming updates. It will take some time to get infrastructure in order, but the intent is that these tests will find issues and missteps before we release them to the player base at large, providing a better experience for our players. Okay. When do we actually see this stuff go up? Our next update? Okay, again, containing all these changes and more details, is scheduled to go live on September 17th. Okay, and that's done. So, well, that was it, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next one. Thank you for watching. Alright, guys, I'd like to take a few seconds to talk about our new sponsor, Chad Computers. Love the name, by the way. I'd buy a PC from them just because of it. Jokes aside, I'd like to show you a special offer, the Firebat T6AX gaming laptop. You can see the specs right now on screen. It has an RTX 4060 with 8 gigs of VRAM. Honestly, the standard GPU for getting your first laptop. 16.1 inches monitor with 240 Hz refresh rate, and an AMD R7 7435H CPU with 8 cores and 16 threads, and can clock itself up to 4.5 GHz. AMD CPUs have been on the better end lately, so this is just a plus. You also get 16 gigs of DDR5 RAM at 4800 clock speed, and in the bundle you will also be able to get a $60 Steam game. And not gonna lie, Black Myth Wukong, which just came out, will be the perfect pick for me. You can get this product via my affiliate link, you can find it in the description. Many thanks to Chat Computers for sponsoring this video.